I'm Emily Fraser, and you're watching the WNT ranking event, Pennsylvania Open.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love, home of the toughest, grittiest, and most passionate fans in the world. Birthplace of Willie Mosconi, Philly was a hotbed of action in the 80s and 90s pool scene. But as times changed, the scene got too quiet. But not anymore. A pro-am pool is taking charge. They're bringing the fire and determination that this area has been lacking. So sit back and get ready to watch the Pennsylvania Open.
And here is your commentary team for the Pennsylvania Open. On the scene from PA Pro-Am Pool, Alyssa Assault Salt. 2024 APA Amateur World Champion, Brad Silver. Special guest commentator from the WPBA, Lonnie Fox Raymond. Special commentator from Matchroom Pool, The Freezer, Scott Frost. And now, your host of the Pennsylvania Open, the cue ball from the pool hall, Frank Maioletti.
Hello and good afternoon. All right, we're going to get started with our matchup here. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Frank Maioletti, also known as the cue ball from the pool hall. My very special guest here is none other than from Matchroom, 2019 One Pocket Hall of Famer, 2 U.S. Open titles, Mr. Scott Frost, the Freezer. Thank you for being here, Scott. I appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me. So these guys are just warming up right now. A little bit about this match. I'll touch on it, in my opinion anyway. Referees are racking the balls, but we're using a magic rack. The man at the table, his name is Russian Kenny. He's kind of known in the world of money play, but I will tell you, this isn't a walkover match for Woodward. Kenny can break the balls, and he does play a little better than people give him credit for. So I look for this to be a good match.
Yeah, Kenny's considered the local hero here at the pool hall. Plays out of right out here, Bluegrass Billiards.
They will lag for break. It is a race to 9. We are working our way to the final 16. We will have a round tonight at 7 p.m.
Let's get it on!
And our Get Your Game On opening lag is sponsored by Game On Sportswear. Check it out at bigfamilycustoms.com.
Russian Kenny wins the lag. He will be breaking the balls.
All right, Mr. Jose Burgos is going to be racking the balls, setting them up for us. We are referee rack, like Freezer said, on all the matches. All the players after the match, after the rack. We'll just sit there and let the referee take care of everything and get us nice and tight. And we'll get the break going.
Yeah, and this is something that I was highlighting. Now, I haven't seen his cut break yet this week, but Kenny very knowledgeable about the rack. He's looking to play the 1 in the left middle. He's a little high with the 1, so maybe a fraction thick. These balls are laid a little tricky out of the gate, Frank, the 1 and 2. Pretty awkward.
Yeah, the 1's tied up there. I can see him maybe playing off the edge of the 2, trying to hide it behind the 3 possibly, or kicking the 2 down rail.
Yeah, he knew he could get behind the 1 and probably gain cover from the 2. There's a good look. He's going to have to jump a piece of this. He's probably a favorite to make this ball, in my opinion. Go on over to Pro Am Pool, PAProAmPool.com. They are on YouTube as well. He did make it.
Didn't make it come off.
But he lost the cue ball. Woodward, first opportunity on the offense. 6 up there, nearest the 8. Could pose a slight issue. This young man gets moving. Tell you what, we've got a packed house. Literally a packed house. There's probably 100+ people around this table.
We even got Mr. Carl Boyes in the chat saying hi to everybody.
Mr. Boyes. Guy's been texting me about 365 times a day. Never sleeps, the man. On a mission. The voice of the WNT.
And the new European captain for the Reyes Cup.
That's right. He is the man. Going to be facing off against one Efren Reyes in October. All right. Free and clear of the 8. Over and back. Just wants to avoid the 8 again. Probably out towards the center. He'll probably come across the top side of the 8 like so. This is a guy that I was talking about. These elite players play just off center, so everything he does is literally a tip off a center unless necessary. And he got into that a little bit more than he wanted. He should be fine. Overhead will give you a look. It's a little steeper than it looks on the main camera. He's got it down. Woodward, after game number 1, takes game number 1.
You are watching PA Pro-Am Pool, bringing you the hottest action from today's top amateurs and pro shooters. Check out PAProAmPool.com for all the latest info on our events and tournaments.
AKA Mrs. Emily Frazier, doing big things over there. Catapulting pool into the next stratosphere.
Well, little guys like me are always happy to be involved. Always happy to be part of helping build the culture. Also happy to be involved in allowing Matchroom to let us run the Pennsylvania Open.
It takes an army. Woodward to break. Game number 2. And the 1 is down. That will be tough to beat. He got a bad flick off the blue too, but he's going to have a look at it. I believe he can swerve it in. Frank, I don't know. I think it warrants position as well. Just got to be able to hold the cue ball. If it's not makeable, he's got options on the defensive side.
Scott, if he chose a defensive option, what do you think would be a possibility for him?
Several options. He can use the 9, 7, and 8, kind of banking the 2 up table. Yeah, he could swerve it. Watch out for the 5, though. Yeah, this is big trouble. Little China. Might have to go airborne here. Yeah, and the reason I say he might have to go airborne, he really doesn't have much of the left long rail. So he's kind of cut off. He's almost forced. That 5 so far away, Frank. Could be difficult to control this cue ball.
He's got to get real airborne on this one.
Yeah, the cue ball control was always going to be a question. Does it hold up? Woodward, good clean living.
Scott, I've actually seen Russian Kenny shoot this shot multiple times. I would say he's a high percentage to make this 3-ball in the corner.
It's actually his go-to. He likes to wager $1 or $2 on shots like this. Been shooting it for 30 years. But he didn't shoot it in that time.
Not that time.
He left Woodward a good look at the 3 in the middle. Position to the 5, the 7. Also a bit funny. He's going to avoid the 6. And he's going to lose this. He's got the bank, Frank.
Sky's a little heavy-handed with his match today. Nice recovery.
Yeah, anywhere to the left side of the table, he's good. If you'd like to take a chance and come all the way around, just so he, like this, just so he knows that he doesn't have to contend with the 8, it's probably what he's going to end up doing. Because he can come too far and get a shot. Not far enough, he can get a shot. And this is great speed.
Or just get perfect and get a shot.
Not exactly perfect.
Yeah,
it's a little,
okay.
little thin.
A little 10% off.
He's going to have to check the cue ball. 2 rails. Oh, he was thinner than I thought. He just had to go 1. Yeah, and Woodward will take game number 2, leading 2 games to 0.
One of my favorite accessories is my Q Pocket. Check them out at facebook.com/Q Pocket. Pictured here are some of the new ones that are coming out this week. Also, look at this awesome shelf that they have. Fits in your pool room, holds all your accessories. And the PA Pro-Am Matchroom branded Recharge. The Recharge charges your cell phone while you're playing, plus holds your cues. If you're interested, check them out at facebook.com/Q Pocket. Tell them Frank sent you.
Woodward to break in game number 3. Success with the 1 in the left middle. Can he repeat? Success, but unsuccess. The cue ball follows it directly into the hole off the right long rail.
This will be our first actual chance to see Kenny at the table. Not with a tough shot or a kick shot. See what he does here.
He's the type of player, he gets over the ball and pulls the trigger very quickly. And this needs to settle. He is going to be in trouble.
Got behind that 7. So sorry, 6-ball pretty tough.
Yeah, and he's eclipsed from the top side. He'd like to swerve 3 rails around the 9 and come behind the 4. Instead, he's going to elect to try and tie up the 5 and 7. He's done a good job, but 5-7 is wired to the top right. So that is not going to help. It's a good idea. I like the thought process of trying to do that. Skyler taking a good look at the combination. Come 2 rails up to the right long rail. Nice and tight. To the 5. Just doesn't want to finish straight here on the 5. He'd like some type of an angle. And this will be all right. He can go forward. Not much to talk about here. Picking up the pieces, connecting the dots. Woodward looking to take game number 3. Russian Kenny yet to get on the board. Have to worry about Frank is a shot clock.
No shot clock yet, sir. None needed. I think I'd say they're averaging what, about 8 seconds a shot?
Yeah, maybe less. Woodward to break. Scratch last time behind the 1 in the left middle. That's good, but the cue ball is going to get another kiss. Is it going to stay up? And he's got to look at the 2. 6 finished very awkward on that left long rail. Got work to do here, Frank.
5 to the 6. 6-ball in that position could be tough.
Yeah, and the 3 to the 5 as well. Yeah, and he split his focus there. He knew he was going to the top side of the 9. I think Frank thought he might make the 9 in the lower right.
I thought he was going to make the 9 also.
Well, that's how he missed the 2, though. Well, that 7 is going to cause problems now.
Yeah, Kenny didn't do himself any favors there.
He's going to be forced to play the short side of the 6.
Is that 5-9 combo on, Scott?
Yeah, if he'd like. It's all about getting on it. He's got to get nice and tight on it. He's coming over to the top. Is he going to get a lucky rub? Yeah, so quick once he gets over the ball. Yeah, looking at the carom, he's going to crash the 5 towards the 8, I believe. Sending the cue ball towards the 9. Oh, and he's got it down. He's on the board. The skunk is off. Woodward leading 3 games to 1. Kenny to break. right, Kenny to break. Oh, there's the break that can be dangerous with Kenny. And he's got a good look at the 2. If he can get comfortable, he can do some damage. The young man can play. Can't dress, but he can play. Anywhere out towards the center here. I don't know, there must be something on the cue ball. The 4 does play in the lower right. Really quick. Punchy, a little bit punchy. Just shot it straight into the top rail. Just too thick. Woodward going to come back and forth over the 4. And nice stroke. Very nice to keep that cue ball flattened out. The captain this year of Team USA. I think it was a great choice. He's going to do great things with the team.
Scott, I have a lot of local friends in this area that are league players. Can you describe what you mean by flat and getting flat on a ball for them? They're kind of new to
Well, I was talking about how the cue ball flattened out there. So in a particular shot, I can explain it a little bit better. There's different meanings to flat. Flat could be being straight in. Flat could be how the angle takes. So there he crossed the path to stay above the 4. He flattened the cue ball out, where a lot of times it will drop down on you. And that all has to do with the stroke that you put on the ball. And Woodward making quick work. Game number 5, leading 4 games to 1.
Guys, we're going out free today to everyone out there to watch some portions of the Pennsylvania Open. Tomorrow we're going to be behind the paywall for our final day. It's going to be a $14.95. I'm sorry. Yes, $14.95 pass for tomorrow. If you'd like to watch all the ending action, semifinals, finals, final 8, some of your top players. I know sometimes people disagree with the pay-per-view option, but it would really help support us if you guys would come through, maybe buy a pay-per-view option, watch us, watch the Freezer, listen to the Freezer talk, and all the great matches. We really appreciate it. If you check it out at digitalpool.net/bluegrass.
Woodward to break. Game number 6, the 1. And got a bad flick off the bottom of the 9. Just got to look at the 2. Distance should be manageable, I believe. Yeah, so every now and then that angle will fool us. I don't know if he can get to this. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets the jump cue out. He is a player representative of Q-Tech. And he is going airborne. Yeah, and does the 3 pass the 9? If not, he's landed good on the combination. The way he's acting tells me it passes. Skyler won to make this game look extremely easy. We've been waiting for some time now for him to get his first real major win on the tour. I think it's coming. I think he's really coming into his own. He's starting to be a lot more mature around the table, seems to have a lot more control. I don't think it's a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Making this rack look easy, Frank.
Absolutely. Got the final 2 balls on the table. The 8 with some low left. Let's get on to the 9.
And Woodward going to take game number 6, leading 5 games to 1.
Hey guys, check out integritycues.com, offering high-end cues, production cues, pre-owned cues, cases, and accessories. integritycues.com.
Woodward is basically 90% with the 1 in the middle. First rack. Missed it just a fraction high, I believe. No, I think Kenny actually won the lag. He missed it high.
Yes.
Woodward has made it. He's 100% until now. And that is the result. A slight mishit, caught him fraction full, maybe a little quick with the speed. Kenny, I think, forced to push out. Yeah, and I think this is dangerous. Skyler is definitely not giving this back. Is he giving it back? I thought he could catch the top side. Maybe yeah, I thought that I wanted to get a better look at that angle, I guess. I thought that he could catch the bottom side real good, but Skyler knew what he was doing all along. That's why I'm here, Frank, and he's there.
That's why I watch.
I just got so much respect for Sky's game that I thought he could produce a real good safe from that.
Worked out for him now. He's right there on line for the 2.
He caught it a little thick and a little quick. Maybe took it for granted. Does he go to the left or the right side pocket? Looks like he's going to go to the left side pocket. Stun straight down. Yeah, very good. One rail up. Oh, got nice and close. Anywhere on the right side of the table. Check this with an inside ball. This table really starting to play good.
Yeah, you had mentioned yesterday, Scott, about the new felt and how it was still a little tight in areas fast. And you said once it starts to warm up and get racks on it, it's going to play real strong. I think a lot of players today, I think Oscar had a 5-pack earlier against somebody and followed it up with a 4. A lot of players are playing real strong today with these tables being broken in.
Yeah, with the brand new cloth that just tends to slide a little bit until it gets a little bit of play, and then it start to play true. That's what's happened. Woodward going to the side pocket here, I believe. So hard. Take an overhead look. He's got to go to the side here, I believe. That's what he's worried about. If he hits it with any speed, playing it to the side, it could rattle out. He wants to get out to the center of the table for the 8 in the lower right. Therefore, he's contemplating playing this in the corner.
Miscued.
Well, this might fall.
It still works out for him.
Woodward. Good, clean living, kid.
Great job, Captain.
Yeah, and that was all a result of his decision to go to the side pocket. He had to power it, so he was trying to draw out 3 rails instead of just cutting it down to the lower right, which I was a little surprised he didn't do. Neither here nor there. He is on the 8 with some distance. Yeah, I saw a little body movement there. He overcut the room rent. We're going to have a look at Kenny. And where's the cue ball going to end up? I don't understand. I felt like if he cuts this to the top right corner, he's going to have position. He's going to play another bank, I assume. You've got to stay offensive here, especially with the score line. And he's got it down. The crowd loves it. The hometown hero.
Oh, boy.
Wins and gets to game number 2.
Guys, check out TrophySmack.com /PA Pro-Am. They're the official suppliers of the Pennsylvania Open Championship belt here, held by Mr. Barry Hearn down at the U.S. Open. Barry didn't want to give this back. I had to wrestle it out of his hands. TrophySmack.com. Also, if you're in the area, come on down here to Bluegrass Billiards, 9490 Bluegrass Road, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bluegrass is the home of PA Pro-Am Pool and Pennsylvania State Championships and the Matchroom Pennsylvania Open that you are currently watching right now with the Freezer, Scott Frost, special guest commentator for this event.
Happy to be here, my man. Thank you very much for having me. We've had a good time this week.
Anytime, sir.
And Kenny come up dry. These balls all finished awkward. Didn't get a good look at the hit he made there. I don't know if Sky can chop this into the middle or not. Boy, it's thin. I think he's got a piece of it. Yeah, he had plenty of it. He actually caught it too thick. Once again, Woodward. Good, clean living, kid. Kenny acknowledging the defensive play of Woodward. concern. Coming below the left side pocket, going to the 1 is the pink 4. I think that's one of the only routes he can take, unless the line just isn't on. Okay, he's going to the top rail here. He's going to check it up. Oh, he did check it up. Very good hit. Wow, almost got a flick off the cue ball. What do you like here, Frank? Can you get him below the 6?
That's what I was thinking, below the 6. Push that one up table. Could also do a swing shot, swing off the 1 into the 3-2. A little bit more of a throw caution to the wind type shot, though.
Yeah, pretty classy shot there, right? Using the 5 and 8 as well. He can't go to the left long rail. The 5's got him covered. The right long rail, the 8's pretty much got him covered.
Kenny with a little head shake there. Realizing that he's stuck on 3 offensive fronts.
Yeah, and that was the key to that shot. It wasn't just getting the cue ball behind the 6. It was really the position of the object ball, which is the 1. Placing it in front of the 5 and 8 like that makes life difficult. So if he does go this route, he's got to arc the cue ball a little bit. I'd say he'd have to elevate, meaning shooting down onto the cue ball to try and bend it or draw it. Kenny evaluating.
Scott, I think the total amount of length of this shot pretty much covered almost all their shots for the entire event.
Yeah. All right, so he's going to go to the underside of the 5. This is very tough, but wow, look at the return. Look at this return. Look at this return. Kenny, who?
Thunderous applause from the crowd.
I mean, he has put Woodward in a position where he might as well just give up. Ball in hand, that is. I mean, there is no way out.
I'm going to call a shot. Bottom rail, right side rail, hit the 1.
Bottom rail, right long rail, hit the 1. Sounds good. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, it was so tough to judge coming off of that short rail. Whew. Boy, that's amazing that he put him back in that position.
That's a great shot.
Pool is an amazing game. You'll see it all. If you watch it long enough, you'll see it all. Know what he's contemplating here. He's got ball in hand. I guess he wants to follow forward. Wow, he's just shooting the gap. Very smart. Just gonna draw back 4 or 5 foot. Yeah, a little weak, Frankie.
Yeah, that's that short stroke when you said when he gets over the ball.
Yeah, it's just where things can go really wrong, especially under pressure. And there you have it.
Yeah. Almost on cue, Scott.
Yeah, I just don't understand it sometimes because he has a good stroke. It's like he can't hold back the minute he gets down. It's like rapid fire. Well, this is really uncharacteristic. A couple errors by Woodward.
Kenny taking a few seconds to walk around. Scott, I don't think he realized he was going to get back up to the table. Now he's got to reassess.
Yeah, I agree with you, Frank. I think he wants to just settle the nerves a little bit, settle that heart rate. You can go up to the corner, but the concern there is he's worried about holding the cue ball for the 6. So he's looking at the right side pocket. Now he's going to the corner, I believe. Just really quick. And that's going to leave a mark, I believe. Sky, perfectionist he is not thrilled with the last error. He will get past it. He's going to bank at this. Got half of it right, and it'll work. And in game number 8, it looks like it's all Woodward. Going to be leading 6 games to 2. They're piling in.
Full house here at Bluegrass Billiards. Guys, if you're new to Bluegrass Billiards, 25,000 square foot pool room with brand new digital pool D-pad system. 38 9-foot tables, 16 bar boxes. Like I said, the new D-pads, full digital pool system. Thank you to Digital Pool for coming in and creating a great atmosphere for us this weekend. We truly appreciate it.
Here we go, rack number 9. As you saw in the graphic, Frank has done a great job making all the graphics. He's a wizard when it comes to this.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Mr. Jose Burgos, making sure all the balls are wrapped up. Scholar's taking a few second break. He'll be right back. Also like to give a little shout out to Junior's Q Repair. He's here in the building this weekend, making sure any tips, any issues with cues are taken care of. Just want to stop by and see Mr. Chris Sides. Come check him out, bring your cue. I highly recommend that. He'll make sure it's ready for battle.
All right, Woodward is back. Been extremely consistent with the 1 in the left side pocket. He's got a few bad kisses on the cue ball. On short there, a bit thin, and there's that kiss into the middle. Another opportunity for the local star.
2-8 looks a little tough here for Kenny Scott.
Yeah, I believe the carom is available. End up playing the 2 in the lower right. Oh, I thought he'd get a little bit closer than that. This is going to be touchy. Yeah, he's still there. He can play the 2. I believe it passes the 9. It's extremely hard to just get down on the ball and pull the trigger the way he does, but and this is going to be overrun, and it's going to be much more extreme on the overhead. As you see, very steep. He might try to chop this. Problem is, you could lose the cue ball quickly. Well, he's gotten away with it, avoided the top right corner, made a great shot, though. Got to give it to him. Now he can roll forward, Frank, for the 9 in the same pocket.
Yeah, Kenny's definitely known as the shot maker around the pool hall.
He said that ball rolled out. Boy, at the speed at which he hit it. Seems like a tall ask. Woodward. Game number 9. 2 balls away from extending his lead. He has cut it into the same spot. Did that one roll out too, Frankie?
I don't think so.
Here he's got to chip the 5 over and use the 9. Pretty good. Not too bad. Woodward going to make good contact. Needs to get a little lucky here. This one's not going to roll off, I can assure you. Needs to get a little lucky here. Good, clean living, kid.
Just so you know, I'm going to sound like that.
Yeah, so here we talked about it yesterday. It's still going to come long, meaning the cue ball, right? It's going to slide off this first rail if he's going to 2-row kick behind it. Yeah, he's going into the ball first. Boy, this is tough. You are trusting everything. Wow. Yeah, so how do you trust? You know, listen, there's not a table on the planet that rolls perfect. This table plays really good. Really good. And it's gotten better as the week has transpired. I don't know how you can trust slow rolling the ball like that. I figured get a lot better action, 2-row kicking behind it. Neither here nor there. Woodward, well, he'll be very happy. Leading 7 games to 2. All right, he made the adjustment. 2's low, though. Cue ball is high. And pretty awkward here. Cueing over the 5 and 6. Could just send the 2 back up towards the 5 and 6, not that far, and just use the 3 and 8. He's going to go this way, use the 7. What a hit. Great shot by Woodward. keeping Kenny completely contained. Well, what do you know? The old one on the side,
One on the
Frank.
side trick. It's the old watchman did this.
Yeah, this needs to settle. And just passed it again. I'll go to the side here and tuck under the 5. Oh, he's just going all out. One thing this guy doesn't have is fear. Quick work. Game number 10. Kenny going to get back on the board, trailing 7 games to 3.
When did this turn into a speed pool tournament?
That's his style.
Digitalpool.com, in my opinion, the best software for a tournament director, bar none. Digital Pool is trying to link up all different pool halls across the country with the full D-pad system. It's the Digital Pool all-table streaming. And you can watch a match in Florida at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and watch a match in Nebraska at 6. Great for someone like me who does streaming commentary. I can commentate your matches all across the country if you have the Digital Pool all-table system. Now we're going to rack number 11. Kenny's breaking. Kenny misses that one on the side again. Want to dress Skylar up for the 1. Look for him to play some inside English. Use the 8 for a little help. Out to the 2 ball. He's on the good side of the 3. Two rails out for the 4. Captain may be a little straight, but I think he's going to be able to maneuver the ball properly. Pull down for the 5 ball. I'll try to make this cue ball go between the 5 and the 6. There's a possibility. Could also roll up softly, play the 6 in the corner. Right to the side rail for the 6 ball. Quick pinch the 6 to the corner, hold for the 7 ball. You can draw back a little bit. Colleagues back here, Scott. Scotty's got to take the 7 ball to the corner.
Yeah. Matter of connecting the dots, right?
Yes,
Game
sir.
number 11.
Kenny missed off the break. It's been all sky since.
Yeah, well, Woodward down to 1 ball, and now just needs 1 more game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Do us a favor, share the link. Get these views up for us. Working hard to give you the best pool in the country right now.
Absolutely.
Thank you to Jose Burgos for putting that rack together and doing his job. Woodward for what possibly could be his final break. Well, it will be his final break, but possibly the final rack of the match. And the 1 fires in to the middle. The 2 gonna dress up. And really, here it's just a matter of getting on the 6 from what I see, but the 5 leads to it. Not a lot of trouble out in the open here after the 3, the 4's in the top right. Just wants to avoid any traffic here between the 5 and 8. And the speed looks nice. Just draw straight back. He'd like to fall on the left side of the 5, a little left of where he's at now. He's going to go forward into the line. And this is why you can carry that perfect line. Two rails out. Yeah, he's overrun it a little bit. This is also a term used. He's a little flat on the 7, meaning straight. And that tells you how straight he was. He got the most out of that. Still a little tester, 2 balls away from sealing the deal. Oh, he caught the thin side of the pocket, and that's how he's lost the cue ball, Frank.
A little too much on that one. Does he have it in the right side pocket, Scott?
Well, he's got an option. Yeah, no doubt. He's got an option, but he overcut the 8, just about missed it, and I think that's how he finished where he is, right? This is preference, Frank. It's preference, right? He could play the bank. He could play it to the right side and play the cue ball down here on the bottom rail. Yeah, and a big-time opportunity missed for Woodward to finish this match at 9-3. Can Kenny get it down? He did get it down. I actually thought he missed it for a second. All right, well, he's half the way home. Got some updates on some other scores. Georgi Yorgov leading 4-3 against Jonathan Penniger, a.k.a. Hennessy. Vitaly Patsura leading 5-2 versus Rob Kroll. Oscar Dominguez leading 4-3 versus Landon Hollingsworth. Boy, that's a great match. Jonas Suto has finished this match in record time, leading 9-2. That's Long Gone versus Kevin Farmer. Met Verga trailing 3-4 versus Lucas Werner. Oh boy, you would. Tyler Steyer versus Sean Bogatowski. It's 3 games apiece. How bad did I butcher that name?
Bogatsky.
Bogatsky. I could say it if you just tell me. All right, I think we're good there. Thank you for those updates, Frank.
No problem, sir.
Kenny needs a good break here. Oh, and he's got it. The 1 is down. He's going to have a look at the 3. And a good look at that. He can float this into the right side pocket. Look at this positions automatic to the 4. Really, the 5 to the 6 is all the work. Yeah, I think I'd come left of the 9 here. Now you want to avoid the 8. Really an ideal break.
Scott Kenny does have the capability of stringing together a package and putting a couple together, making this a real interesting match.
And he's made quick work of this one. The crowd likes it. Kenny within 3, trailing 8-5.
Scott, I would be remiss if I didn't tell everybody about the great sponsors that we have. Trophy Smack, Q Pocket, Integrity Cues, Crossroad Cues. Also, we have some great stream sponsors. Precision Billiards, Gloria Jean's Ride the 9 Tour. Hi, Gloria. In the Box Sportswear, Magic Ball Rack, the official rack of the Pennsylvania Open. Say what's up to my buddy out there in the chat. Also, Torture, Mr. Chuck Batchelor, been a great supporter for us since we've been around. How's it going, buddy? We've rejoined today. Also, Perceptive Lighting, Mr. Ira Lee supplied us with a nice overhead light here for the stream table. And of course, the designer of the Pennsylvania Open logo, Mr. Chris Santana from Fast and Loose Designs out there in California. These are all some of our great partners and friendships that have helped create this wonderful event we have here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're going to do it all again, folks. One time next year.
And the 1 went high. Caught the point. Track back down. Nothing on the break, Frank.
Give Skylar a chance to close this match out.
He's got some work to do. There's definitely some tricky shots here. I don't even know if he can play the 1. He's going to try and butter him up behind the 5. I don't know that this is going to get there. Can't make the 1. Probably going to have to come behind it off the short rail. Going into the 1 first, you're really chancing the scratch in the lower right. A lot of good things can happen if you come behind this 1 with a high cue ball. Just make some full contact. That's what I was talking about. Going into the 1 first, you're really chancing the scratch. That lower right pocket is massive, especially with the distance. To accurately hit the 1, you're asking a lot.
This guy's eyeing up that 4-5.
And just evaluating. Everything is open though, besides, like you said, the 4 and 5. The 8 does pass the 9. So all the work is getting to the 4. This ball's easy to overrun. He controlled it extremely well. Most of these guys in the last 2 days have overrun that. The cue ball's found itself on the bottom rail. And with this line, he'll definitely play the 4-5 combination. He wants to stay low on the 4, so he naturally gets position after pocketing the 5. If he stays high, then he'll swing the cue ball 2 rails out after pocketing the 5. Kind of didn't want to be right in the middle like where he is now. Rather been too low or too high, but not right in the middle. He can handle, but now he's going to have to punch off that top rail. Excuse me, the 4 is going to be going away. That's why he's not in love with it. So he's just going to need a little luck here to come away with a shot on the 4. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's going to go forward 2 rails. He's done well. Great control on the 4 and the cue ball to do what he did there, Frank.
That was a great shot, Scott. He gets him in line for the 6 also.
Yeah, he's going to try and get a little closer. 1 rail out. High inside ball. And we'll take the 2 rail line out of the bottom right corner. Or does he want to just come back and forth and stay below the 7? And he's taking the 2 rail line. Whew, wow. A little flick on that 9. We could have had a little work to do.
Could have been a different game.
For the most part, Sky has played really solid this set. I think he's broke as good as anybody I've seen break on this table. He's going to be tough to beat, but there's a lot of top players left in this tournament. But for now, he's going to advance. And Frankie, I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I'll let you close this out. Congratulations to Mr. Woodward. On to the next one. Captain USA.
Sky Woodward wins this match 8-5. Let's give it up for local hero Russian Kenny. Bluegrass's own Russian Kenny. He got into this matchup, played some of the best in the world, played some great matches, great shots. Kenny's not out though. He's still in. He's going to be on the B side. He has to win 1 more match to get to the final 16. Guys, we're going to go over onto the pay side here. So please, if you're interested in watching the pay-per-view, it really helps support PA Pro-Am and everything that we do. You can check it out there. Day pass is $14.95. Tomorrow for the finals, it will be $19.95. We're going to come back at 5 o'clock on the pay side for more action. It's going to be the loser's qualification to get into the final 16. We will see you then. Thank you very much.